Uh, welcome to another episode at the Unknown Podcast with myself, Chris Bloom, and Bongism and Mario Thompson.
Yeah, that's me.
Mario Thompson sounds like one English player with Italian background.
Are you sure it's not? Are you sure? To me, it sounds like an R&B music.
God.
There's that too. How was the weekend, guys?
I swear the weekend was crazy. I was I was I was so glad to see some teams lose. Just that sentimental. I was so happy something lose, and some teams I wish they could just win. I just win, but they can't. The weekend was wonderful.
We'll get to know these teams you're talking about.
Yeah.
For me, my weekend was good. I traveled out of town Saturday, spent time with friends, then came back late in the night. Sunday was church, preparing. Yeah, it was pretty much good. The traveling trip, I needed that to just get out of my space to just see outside. And it was nice. So that was just my weekend in a nutshell.
Great.
That was fun. Mine was pretty much a footballing weekend. It was just my feet up. One part of my brain was just set on, just relaxing and, enjoying the weekend.
Yeah.
So there was no much work done at all, But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, again.
We have a lot to unpack after the UCL games and then the EPL weekend. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's get right into it.
Yeah.
Let's commence by going through the UCL. The UCL games are held on Tuesday and Wednesday last week. I think we made some predictions, and so far it looks like Thompson has a better skill at predicting than we do.
I'm good, man.
I know I got one.
I have something to show you guys. I played a game. I think a running ticket, Europa League to Champs League to weekend. I had cut 1.4 million.
Are you serious?
Wow.
I'm serious, bro.
Wow.
You know who did that shit? Brighton, AK Athens, Europa League.
You carried Brighton to win.
Yes, Brighton to win.
Oh no, you should have played the goals game.
My mind was not there.
You should have played the goals game.
Brighton had a good form prior to that game. So
Yes.
it was easy to make that decision.
If you could see, the amount I used was just small. I used 400 to play.
Oh,
Imagine
That's
I can just
that's a lot of games.
30 games. Imagine I can just edit Brighton off that game and let me say use 1K. Just imagine. I would have been cruising right now.
you just said, "Oh, guys, I'm not recording today."
No, I'll record.
Amazing stuff.
I'll record.
No, but I know one game I'm very sure of what I got correctly was the Atletico Madrid Lazio. Actually, I predicted that 1-1.
Oh yeah,
Score draw. Yeah, that was I was sure of.
Thompson too said about the AC Milan Newcastle was going to be a draw.
Yeah. Now that was my shocker for this game week, for the Champions League game week. Like, I was not expecting AC Milan, for the fact that they've not had a very good run in the league. So I was thinking that they would use the Champions League to just start pad on Newcastle. But Newcastle, they had luck on their side, and also they gave a good defensive display. So
yeah, because AC Milan created amazing chances, amazing opportunities that we're shocked to see Rafael Leao miss those chances. Like, it was something to watch.
Yeah. A bit of
like I predicted, Chukwueze started the game.
Yeah.
Nice. It was amazing on and off the ball, but created some amazing chances also that Rafael Leao and
Yeah, the chances
other
were
people
like
did not.
Real should have just
Milan,
passed that and doing the back heel.
yeah, AC Milan are currently facing what Manchester United is facing. I would say that they play the game, they have chances, but they don't take their chances. If you watch the game with
They're not clinical.
Newcastle, yes, they had, I think it was 9 shots on target, if I'm correctly, of which they could not make. Only the first half they had shots on target. They could not convert any shot on target, and the chances was crazy. Rafaelia had a chance that you just easy tap in. He was trying to use back heel, some things like that. Giroud had chances, although Nick Pope had an outstanding game because he made some wonderful saves. But there you go. I will still give criticism to the attackers, the AC Milan front line. They need to be clinical in their finishing.
True.
It was just not the day for them, because on a good day, if AC Milan would have bagged like 3 goals at least, but it was just not their day. Everybody was just off and just doing their thing individually, and it just didn't turn out well for them.
It wasn't surprising to see Manchester City win. It wasn't surprising to see PSG win.
Those were normal games. Those were normal wins.
Yes. But Manchester City had a scare earlier.
Yeah, when they conceded early.
Yes, we all knew they would get the job done.
So it was not so surprising to see Barcelona win. I mean, 5-0.
There was no really shocker like an upset this week. The only thing close to an upset was not really an upset if you watch the game. Was the United match. It was close, but it was not close. The Bayern United.
It was close in numbers, but
it
wasn't close when you're watching the game. Like it was
because Bayern is not Bayern. If Man U were like top of their own game, they would have beaten Bayern, because Bayern are not super this season. They've had like they're not even in a big run. Man would have been in a good run for their money. War. It was just two teams who were not even finding their mojo at this point in time. So
when United was 2-0 down in that game, I was like, oh my god, I think this will be another nightmare. But at the end, they tried their best. They came back to the game. But one thing I would say, I don't know how fans but that's my honest opinion. I think the VAR is they are being harsh on Man United.
That's sentimental.
No, but it's true though. It seems like there's some sort of agenda.
There's no agenda anything.
So think about it.
This was not to say referees were biased against Granit Xhaka. It's not just.
Speaking about consistency now. In terms of there's been consistency. We've had about 4-5.
We know that one from day one. Even from last season, he's always been inconsistent. You would always see that one in VAR. That's what my own with VAR is. The day it favors me, so I've stopped complaining about VAR or anything. The day it favors me, I'll just collect it. My thing I want. The day it doesn't favor me, I just shush. Because I know you see this.
How dare we make the system better? How dare we make?
You can't make it better. As long as people are still behind the VAR thing, you can't make it better. Is it not still a referee that said that was behind the VAR? Arsenal Brentford last season, and the referee said he forgot to draw the VAR line. That's what I'm saying. It's still, as long as humans are still involved in the process, there's still going to be that level of inconsistency, even though VAR was meant to like eliminate all of those inconsistency in the game. But as long as it's here, it's just like national kick. It will go around. When you come, and move on.
But we must still hold them accountable. That's the thing. We must still hold them accountable.
If you hold them accountable, so it's not really going to translate to anything. What highest you get is if they make an obvious error after the game, they apologize to you, but really bring back the 3 points or really bring back the 2 points lost.
No, what it should do is it should make them critically analyze before making a decision. I mean,
how long? How long
we
do
have
you
a
want
system
to?
now where they add more time and whatnot. So they can critically analyze these things before making a decision.
Ref will want to still move on and just get along with the game. A ref that will make that decision will still make that decision and say it's not, it is, and just say let's get along. That's still what's gonna happen. Okay. A ref won't spend 10 minutes looking at a VAR decision. They won't spend that kind of amount of time. So it's just what the game is. It's just what it is. You can't totally eliminate all of that. It's gonna be similar thing. I saw you guys saying, okay, the Romero
Yes.
handball for the Garnacho against Man U.
Yes.
Very, very, very similar. Very similar. The same outstretched arm in front of him. Very, very similar.
Eriksen penalty was also harsh in the Champions League. Eriksen penalty was harsh because the ball was going nowhere.
That was far out. Yeah, it wasn't anywhere.
Going nowhere.
Or whatnot.
It's not going anywhere with the ball.
Like the edge of the box.
What the Garnacho
anything threatening.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why the thing is, don't put your situation don't put yourself in
Why
a situation
they
where
do use?
you have to depend
Why
on
can't they use? Why can't they use the simulated offside they use during the female World Cup?
Well, it takes time to implement that kind of technology. They have to try it out to see how it works first. You know how long it took before VR was implemented in the league. So.
You know what? They use that particular technology for World Cup because it's a big stage game. And currently, the UEFA Champions League, Premier League, they are big leagues. So they are supposed to use these technologies also, because I will not say the money is the problem, because the money is there. So I think there's a power play.
It's not going to be like direct implementation. Yeah, they might be considering it, but it probably was something they'll look at next year or see how FIFA continuously tries it out in other competitions before the league now say, okay, they want to start implementing it.
See, I don't think this thing is rocket science. I think this thing boils down to having clear rules and regulations. It's not difficult, If you're saying when this and this happens, then this should be the verdict, then you should follow that across board, regardless.
They are following it. But I've told you the thing.
But they are not.
I've told you the honest truth.
If they are, then the Romero game, that would have been clear offside. If they are. In fact, they didn't even check it. They didn't even bother enough to check it. But we see situations whereby United scores and they take it upon themselves to go and check, even when the opposition is fine with it. The VR goes and calls the game back and checks. I mean, see that goal. See that
last
Evans goal.
Last season.
That Evans goal, we've seen De Gea experience that 100 times over.
Yeah.
From who now?
From various players now, various teams. We can't say we've not seen that. We've seen that in fact, they bully him. You see 2-3 people in front of him bullying him. He can't move. We've seen that play out 100 times over. And what we do is we say De Gea ought to have exerted himself more in that scenario. We blame De Gea for it. And now we see it happen. And I think this guy Holland wasn't even in any way bullying the goalkeeper, or he wasn't in any way obstructing him.
No, that ball was not bullying. It was not about bullying the goalkeeper. That ball was interfering in play, obstructing the goalkeeper.
If you watch the after the post-match conference, they said he was holding down the goalkeeper. That's what they said. He was ruled as. It wasn't offside. Because even the offside claim is hilarious.
It was immediately the ball was coming towards him. That was when Holland moved away from the keeper. So already, though, count that as already interference.
It's what happens in corner kicks, in spot kicks. We've seen it happen 100 times, bro.
So that it's just the same way when Arsenal scored against Everton, the first goal, when Nketiah was coming from an offside and the ball deflected off an Everton player. And I think somebody was mentioning to me on Twitter, was saying FIFA rules are clear. It must be an obvious pass. So it doesn't have to be, but I've seen deflection and a player coming from offside and it counted as a goal. But that one said, unless it's an obvious pass, that's when you now count it as a goal. So like I said, as long as humans on our own were inconsistent. So as long as humans are still involved in this thing, there's no how it's still going to be the same thing. You're not going to expect a straight line response to every action or activity on the field of play. That's just it.
Well,
let's leave Mario and move to other things, please.
I just feel the referees are
Okay.
stringent when it comes to Man United. They're checking all our goals. They're double checking and triple checking it before they rule it as a goal.
Don't
It's
worry.
becoming very,
We'll
very
analyze,
satisfying to see.
we'll analyze this on a very good day when we have more time.
Okay.
We just started the show. We do have
Porto
more
was
time.
five star in the Champions League. Porto FC Porto, they were 5-star. They tried. Yeah,
FC
you guys,
Porto.
you didn't have a shocker in the Champions League. Salzburg, Benfica. Did you guys expect Salzburg to go home with something?
Yeah,
Wow.
they've been having a good run so far. I mean, in that game, I felt like it was going to be a draw though. Goals from both sides, but I guess Benfica didn't. They
And
didn't
also,
take the game as serious
And also, I
as
think
they ought.
Benfica, the red card also didn't do them a whole lot of good.
Yeah, and it was an early red card. It was 13 minutes into the game. You know, it was 13 minutes into the game, so that probably just set them off. Yeah, well, all the same, they have 3 more matches
Is it
to
3
make a
more matches?
difference.
Yeah.
What?
Baka
So-
5-star. Baka have been 5-star all day. They are
No surprise.
5-star, and they had a. I think they are having a good run right now with the new players they brought in. They have adapted so quickly, and the team can beat any team right now. I think no team want to face Barcelona with their current form.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Their up front is very organized, although their defense is still shaky due to the injuries they have. The likes of Arojo is out, but I think he's back now, but he's not fully fit. But the Barcelona team currently, I see them doing better this year.
Yeah, they'll probably rival Atletico Madrid. I think those are the top 2 teams in form right now. Madrid, I'm not so certain yet. Because what I'm not certain about Madrid is they don't have a proven striker.
Yeah. That's it.
But despite
This
not having
season-
a proven striker, you can see the way Woselu not being in the team affected them on Saturday. Like
Again, is a hustler.
like they just, as in Madrid couldn't even connect. Like the attack wasn't working on that day. Like without him, you can just see how much they miss him. And I don't know why Ancelotti decided to tweak it. Like said, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Real Madrid is a team with a winning mentality. They always get the job done, either the hard way or any way. They get the job done. But them not having a prolific striker is also affecting them this season. But I think they still have that winning mentality in them. You see, so many times Dudemian rise to the occasion to help them out, and they are really missing Vinicius Junior. I think he should be fit soon enough.
Yeah.
Because-
Man tweeted today and said he's ready. I just feel when it comes, he will take off the pressure. He's going to take off the pressure.
Yes. Because another player I love in the Real Madrid squad, I will want Manchester United to get. He's not although he's not a big player. Tchouaméni, I like that guy. The guy controls the game for me. He has shot.
I don't see Real Madrid giving up Tchouaméni anytime soon. It's as a futuristic player. It's going to be in Real Madrid for a very long time.
Yeah.
They almost took a point in that game. It was close.
The Atletico game. Yeah, it was close.
I mean the Union Berlin, the Champions League.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
It almost ended in a draw.
Yes.
That
was that team spirit I'm talking about, the winning mentality.
Yeah. That's just what got them through. But they had some clear chances at goal. They were just unlucky. I think they hit the bar about 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Rodrigo was amazing. Rodrigo had a great game. It was just unlucky. You know, another team we need to talk about is Napoli. There's something happening in Napoli that's very worrisome.
Yeah,
You know,
I think change of manager and every other thing, they have not been consistent this season.
yeah,
They are not the Napoli we used to know. They are not consistent. They almost drew the game in the Champions League game. They almost drew the game, but
yeah.
at the end they came out superior. I think they should work on their finishing also. And the service is coming to Osimhen. We all know Osimhen is a striker that loves to hustle even when he's not fed. He
Yeah,
hustles to get the ball, to get things done. But I think that's troublesome. You don't need your attacker to be doing that. Although he needs to do that, but he needs services. And during their last season, if you can see, the services came from Kvaratskhelia, of which Kvaratskhelia is not in form this season. So he couldn't give those passes to Osimhen. So I think they should work on their A game.
they need to their link up play. Their link up play is not as amazing as it was last season, right? They're finding it difficult to feed the ball or even make good strides in the final third. You know,
Yes.
Osimhen is having less and less involvement in the game. You know, and it's beginning to seem like they're going to have a very shaky season. You know, they might not even scale through the group by the looks of things. Yeah, but hopefully they get their act right. I saw a publication today where the Napoli management were backing the coach. You know, and so probably that would give him more confidence, give Garcia more confidence to try out more things. But I feel like he's playing too safe. You know, he's not tactically doing anything to better the situation. Even his changes, his subs are not magnificent. They're not effecting the right change. You know, their game against Bologna, when they took off Osimhen, he was pissed. He was pissed at the coach, and he was suggesting that they ought to have brought in second striker, so they would play with two strikers up front because they needed a goal. They were desperate for a goal.
Yeah, they needed to bring in Simeone.
Yeah, so you bring in Simeone to accompany him up front and better their chances of getting a goal rather than taking him off, you know, and playing Simeone. So he was very pissed, although he has apologized for his rant against the coach, but they need to figure it out so fast because they are down. I think they are 7th on the table now, or something, or 7 points away from top position.
Yeah. Another team I would love us to talk, Arsenal in Champions League. They had a good game.
True.
The likes of Saka. I think Saka is playing. He's having his best. I won't put it best season, but he's having his best time playing football right now.
There's no way we'll talk about Arsenal without Ubong coming
Chris,
at the right time.
Hold on. I'm not even going to go there, Seth. So, Chris, thing is, I'm not surprised by Napoli, their performance this season, because if you go back in time in history, you always know that Napoli they've always faltered when the Chiefs, when you expect them to turn up. And I was surprised last season when they won the league, like, because it was just seemed like everything was working for them. Osimhen was on fire, Kara was on fire. But this season I was not, because I was expecting Inter to come back for the title.
Yeah, Inter Milan is doing a nice job.
And with Spalletti leaving, Kim leaving, I just like Spalletti most importantly, like him leaving, I just felt like, nah, I'm not gonna say there was no way for me to see, at least, Osimhen is his passion.
he's throwing tantrums, but at least he apologized. We know some people that are busy playing PlayStation at like 3 a.m. and they refuse to
Big man
apologize.
jaded. Big man Sancho. But I get that, yeah. But at the same time, we don't expect, like, I'm not expecting Napoli to just hand it over to Inter Milan on a platter of gold. You know, I felt like it was going to be highly competitive still. I mean, the core of Napoli is still pretty much there.
Yeah.
You know,
but it's still early days, Sha. It's still early days. They don't need to
true.
plan it. But you should be wary of when your board starts supporting you, because most times when the board gives you their backing, you should always know that something is about to strike.
That's where something comes.
Exactly. So when they give you their backing, just know that something is about to come. Just be careful. So let's just see how it goes with them this season.
Okay, Obama, we are going to your team, the Gunners.
I'll analyze the game.
They had a good Champions League game.
Yeah.
A welcome back package.
It was a training session for them.
So it was PSV coming at us to play. So they came out to play, and obviously they got hot when they were trying to play out from the back, and also when they were going full attack, like trying to match Arsenal. Because once you come and try to play ball, you have to be like exceptionally good at it to beat the press, and there are few teams, and that's why I was impressed with Tottenham yesterday of how they played. Like, if you really see what Ange is trying to do with his team, and it makes me question when we talk about how much time coaches have spent for you to be able to drill your style of play into the players. Some coaches could just be lucky you have players who could implement what you want to do, but Ange is really cooking. He's cooking at Tottenham.
Yeah, that
really
game is a highlight of the week, actually.
Yeah, cooking at Tottenham. There's not so much to say about the Arsenal PSG. It was a normal. Okay, you expect Arsenal to win, barring any surprises. They came to play. Odegaard was having fun. Saka was usual Saka. Yeah. So that was, it was basically just the Jesus was in it. So it was just normal, typical Arsenal way. And that's what we were expecting, that okay, without fire we should devour Tottenham, but Tottenham actually turned up. It was a mixture of individual errors when it really mattered most, like you score and the next few minutes you concede again. That's actually the wrongest time to concede. Just like the Arsenal United game, United scored and Arsenal straight from kickoff. It was just a repeat here. Arsenal scored the second goal straight from kickoff. Papi Jorginho wanted to play and press resistant, and it happens to most players. It happens to the best of players. So that was just the wrong time. Like, I expected Jorginho to like do the simple things. So that's why not too much to blame. I'll say it's a fair result for everybody, because on a good day, if Tottenham were at their best, if it was a top team, they would have beaten Arsenal, because Arsenal were not.
Yeah, I feel like
we didn't really play, and even when we were showing that usual Arsenal during the first half, we didn't punish Tottenham. Gabriel Jesus had his chances, and Nketiah had his chances. We just couldn't punish them, and that begs the question of Arsenal need a top striker by the side, because Gabriel Jesus will not play the full season for you. At one point in time, he will be missing, and he's not the most clinical. He's good, yeah. He'll cause chaos, but he's not the most clinical of strikers. And same thing with Nketiah. Yeah.
I think overall, Tottenham were the better team.
Yeah.
Right? They were the better team.
Yes. Because you can see the style of play, you can see the intention, what they wanted to do.
Yeah, Thompson, go on. Thompson.
Nice. I can hear you.
Yeah, go on. You're about to say something.
Yeah, Arteta taking off Declan Rice, bringing in.
Yeah.
Is it tactical or injury-wise?
No, injury. He had a knock.
Jorginho was
injury.
Declan Rice was injured,
Yeah,
and he was best with the fact that Partey is not available, you can't even risk it or say manage it or take
That
painkillers to
means
continue if you have to take him off.
you guys are going through an injury crisis like us, because I saw
Yeah.
Saka also left the field
Yeah,
due to
but
injury.
but there's been news around making the round this evening that Declan Rice it's nothing serious. Same thing with Saka, and hopefully Trossard, Martinelli, Declan Rice and not Partey. Declan Rice should be back and Saka should be back for the Man City game. Declan Rice and Saka obviously will be back for the weekend, but I'm not sure any of them are going to play the game against Brentford on Wednesday. That's
Yeah. I think Arsenal they are going to reserve some players for that particular weekend game. They won't involve a lot of players. I think the likes of Reece Nelson will be given a game time to play the game at Brentford. Okay, that's good.
Obviously, because you need all those fringe players, the likes of
something. I saw a video on YouTube, and Arsenal fans was just pure sentiment. A guy asked an Arsenal fan, I think not about 4 to 5, interviewed 4 to 5 Arsenal fans. They asked them if they want to replace Kai Havertz with Bruno Fernandes, if they are to have replacements. And Arsenal fans say Bruno, they will stick with their Kai Havertz.
Yeah, that's beef now. You know that's beef already now.
That's not anything to go by. That's not fun.
What would you expect? Even if you ask me on the normal day on the street, I'll stick to.
You asking me if I will be able to exchange Eriksen for Odegaard, I'll be glad.
And
or you asking me for me to change Anthony for Saka, I will be glad.
Because I know that's beef. It's just beef. Like it's just normal.
No,
English
I'm telling you, because
that's it.
They play the same kind of game. I know, but Saka is more matured. Saka don't do. How will I put it? Saka don't dribble that much. If you watch, he dribbles, he strikes the post, have a shot, have a go. That's called good football. Although Anthony is playing a good football, but
Anthony is trying to entertain you guys.
Yes, and he lacks finishing. His finishing is very poor. He needs to work on that.
Anthony scores worldies.
That's what people say. Worldies. How many worldies? One worldies.
Anthony is a technical player. We'll get to that later.
Please. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for this debate.
Let's talk about Man City, Nottingham Forest. Something that happened in that game that, again shows the inconsistency in the refereeing, in officiating. Rodri.
Yeah.
Right? We all agree that's a clear red card, right?
Yes.
I mean, going by what happened to Casemiro.
Yes.
It was the same scenario, and it was given a red card, and the same thing happened. And then you see media personalities that were quick to castigate Casemiro, now saying that was not a red card and that was an easy flip by Gibbs White, and that did not deserve a red card. So when you look at this case critically, we understand that United is a much bigger club, and so it comes with bigger criticism than usual. But we have to somehow draw the line somewhere, because these players are human beings. And when you continue to do this thing, it sets a bad precedent. After that game, you saw what happened to Casemiro. Thereafter, his game dipped. He became more cautious. You would see him just, once there's something about to happen, he just leaves that scene and goes and walks away, because he's scared that they might just, give him a card or something, right? He had the most red cards he has ever gotten, in all his time in Real Madrid. He had that in one season with Man United, right? And then he was being tagged this arrogant and this very much offensive player. And so every tackle he makes becomes highly criticized. But it just sends the wrong message. I saw the Agbola's Talk Media post where he shrugged it off as nothing. That was not the Rodri red card was not. But I remember him being one of the guys that actually, castigated Casemiro, calling him a bully and stuff. And now we come to see it happen, and Rodri is being pampered like that's not the same thing that happened, But all the same, it was a win for Man City against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest had a good game still, though. They kept on showing zeal. They kept on showing resilience. But, it's Man City. They couldn't have won even if they tried.
Obviously.
Another game of note in the EPL was Brentford Everton. Everton with their first win.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was amazing for the fans, especially. The Corey opened it up. The 6 minutes goal. Then Calvert-Lewin sealed the game for them.
Yeah.
And that wrapped up their game at 3 points. Does it look like Everton is back?
Yeah, Calvert-Lewin he has been having some injury issues. I think the goal will also boost his morale.
Sure.
Me, I was disappointed at Brentford because I was never expecting them to lose to Everton.
That's it. This team
at home still.
Yeah, Chris, let me come in now, quick. These teams that do trouble big teams, these mid teams that trouble big teams, they can't play team. They always lose to team at their level. I don't know why.
That's the EPL for me.
Yes, Brentford on a better day, Brentford will beat Man United. They will beat Chelsea. They will trouble Arsenal. But when they play mid teams, you'll be surprised to see Luton Town will beat Brentford. Yeah, that's the EPL, I know, but they see big teams as big fish.
I was expecting more for them, and it was just underwhelming.
Yeah,
they took their chances when they had them. Like, that's it. Just take your chances when you have them. And anyway, it was a good win for them. Their first 3 points of the season.
Yeah, it was a good win.
Another team that had a good outing is Luton Town. They were close to getting 3 points.
First point on the board.
Yeah.
Still doesn't change anything. They are going back to where they came from.
They are going down.
Sure.
I don't see any way back for those ones. You're going back to where you're coming from.
Why I would say they are going down, they didn't have enough investment in their squad. Why I believe they will definitely.
They did not even invest. They are using. So it's similar to what's happening to Burnley. Like, you're using championship players to play the EPL, and you want your team to stay.
Yes, if you can see Forest. The season
Forest were busy.
Yes,
buy.
Forest bought everybody available.
They bought their way.
How many players are this guy signing now? More than 10 players. They just kept buying. Right now, it just and them staying up just obviously justifies the signings because they spent money. They stayed up for one season, but when you don't want to spend money and you want to use the same players, pretty much don't see for Luton. I'm not sure there's any way back for them.
Do you think a change in management in January or something probably turn their season around.
Nah. I don't think.
What that's gonna give you? What that's gonna give you is just gonna give you a new manager bounce after 1 or 2 games. So it will return back to default setting. You can't buy class. You can't buy quality. You can't. How is it?
The quality is not there.
People now get quality appear there with manager. A manager cannot transmit quality to all of 11 players. If it's there, it's there. If it didn't, it didn't. That's it. So they can't just manufacture. If they don't invest all of that, most of the money that they collected for making it to the EPL, then obviously you're not serious about staying up.
They invested it in their stadium.
I understand. Yeah, you can get to upgrade the stadium. Well,
yeah,
that's infrastructure. You might just be using that same stadium to play championship next season.
Yeah. Let's move on.
But we can never say never in EPL though.
Yeah.
We can never say that. Then let's talk about the Burnley Manchester United game. I reckon most Man U fans are excited about the win. I am too, but
I'm not excited.
I can't tell you I was happy about that game. It was a drag. That game was a drag.
I was not excited.
I kept shaking my head the entire time.
Although
it was terrible football.
Yeah, although the 3 points was exciting, but the game, the play, I expected a bounce back. How would I put it? A desire, a hunger from the United players. They didn't show anything like that.
I was very much
upset. Just Burnley, a championship team that just came into the league with no good player. Was playing Manchester United a good football.
They had us on the ropes. They had us on the ropes where we're pretty much struggling.
The only thing
they just had poor finishing.
The only thing I'll say is if Kole Osho was not busy running blindly down that right hand flank, I was a bit decisive with his
outfit. Had a good game.
That game would have been something else.
Had a good game because
had a good game now.
It was just running probably. Oh no, God.
Dalo.
He didn't have enough support up front.
I was frustrated with. I didn't even bother about United because United. I'm not sure people are ready yet. You're not ready. You still.
No, we're not ready. We're not ready.
We're not ready yet. Like
they're
trying
to force. They're trying to force the Glazers out, maybe because I don't understand this. There's no deal coming from any of the players.
I'm not seeing Rashford can't press. Rashford just waits and he gets the ball. He's just indecisive. He doesn't release the ball. There was nothing from United. Yeah. So whenever something was happening, there's always Kole Osho that's on the ball, using his speed, moving, running, and I'm like, do United even have intentions in this game? So there was really nothing to say. Yeah, aside the goal, that was the only shining light in the game. Outside of the goal, there was typically nothing to say about that game.
The goal was a brilliant finish from Fernandes. The brilliant finish.
I felt like none of those players actually wanted to be on the pitch. It just felt like they had other engagements somewhere and they just wanted the game to be over. I mean, Rashford was... God damn it. I can't keep talking about Rashford every week. It's disheartening because last season we had great things to say about Rashford. And so we expected so much, coming into this season. And Rashford has been way, way below par. Way below par. Then don't even get me started on McTominay. I don't think
you clamored for him and they brought him to you.
I don't think he should be starting where Van der Beek is on the bench. I don't think Van der Beek has the right to get into the squad.
So Chris is now Van der Beek now. It's no longer.
He was injured now, so he was out. So yeah, I said then that we had that option. The only option I saw ETH taking was bringing in McTominay. I didn't say it was the right option. It was just the only option he had at the time. Looking at the bench and things. But now that Van der Beek is back, there's no reason why
he's also back.
McTominay. Exactly. There's no reason why McTominay should be playing that game at all. He probably should be playing with the under 23 squad or something.
Don't worry.
Talking
Now.
about
You guys have mini AI generated Guendouzi now. So bad.
This is what my club has become.
I think
You don't have
ETH
options. You're not spoiled
he
for
gave
options, actually.
Hannibal
You
a
have-
chance because of what he did in the game at Brighton.
Yeah,
Hannibal
just
was the
gave
only
him a
standard
chance.
player.
at least Hannibal will give you, what will I call it? He will
Energy.
give you that effort. He gives you that energy, gives you that effort that you want to see. So that's it for him. So if that's what you get from the young guns, then I don't see any. Even though the quality might not be there, but you can see effort, you can see desire. They want to play,
Only
like, they
one
want to
showing
do on
that.
the ball. They want to fight for the badge at this young age, where they're not. Everything is just for me to get out there and play. I just want to play.
That's another thing I want Tengan to continue doing. You watch the game. I think he should have brought in Garnacho towards 70 minutes. Bring in Garnacho. Change the
And
system
take out-
to a 4-3-3.
Take out
Rashford to
who?
move. No, he should take out McTominay. He will take out
Garnacho.
McTominay. Yes. Then, United was playing a diamond
Yeah.
where you have Rashford and Højlund up front. So Rashford will go to a normal formation back. What is it called? Rashford will move over to the other flank. Garnacho will play his normal flank. Højlund up front. Fernandes behind. No, Fernandes will not play behind. Fernandes will play alongside Casemiro. Hannibal will play in front of them. Because if you watch the game,
He said he didn't want to change what was already working. It seemed like the squad had, a chemistry, an organization already set. So he didn't want to disrupt that.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that
Well,
chemistry.
He's not wrong. I mean, they were sort of like all defending together, if that can be called defending.
Although he knows better than me. I won't say he knows better than me. He knows his players. He knows better than me. But I didn't see that chemistry. But let's continue to watch the game as United progress.
I'm glad for one thing. I'm glad that our players are coming back.
Yes,
Varane is back. Maguire is back. I'm glad.
Mount is also back.
Alvarez is back.
Mason Mount is also back.
Mason Mount is back. It looks like Martial too is like 100%. So maybe, just maybe, we can begin to experiment playing 4-4-2. Because we need goals. We're not getting goals.
I think Martial is the solution to the goals issue.
Even by what we have, it's not like we're going to go and get somebody else that's not in the squad. We have to consider the people we have in the squad.
Just
right?
like Solskjaer said in his recent interview, United have got so many players there. So I think United just need to be ruthless in how they let players go. I'd like just cut your loss and just say, start living, find your way, just get all these shafts out and also okay, these are players that I want to work with this season. All this managing, trying to repay back loyalty for staying with the club, man. It doesn't.
I think that's what ETH was trying to do.
Like sell, find a team for them, ship them out,
and everything.
If you can't even sell them, it's gonna be a loan. Push them out. And then go and test first team so castle. Push them out.
You realize that we're still doing business, right?
Oh. I see at times in business and you cut your loss. Arsenal not still cutting their loss today. Are they not still letting players go for free, terminating contracts? When you see
we didn't take that 30 million for McTominay. I think I understand it.
Because if you look at everything that is getting with the Sancho situation, is getting very messy, and I don't know how a player under obligation will telling me he doesn't know what he cannot apologize. They standing, man, God.
That's
carrying team, but it doesn't even sound good to the ears that a player is holding the whole football club to ransom, saying he won't train. And the kind of situation United in at the moment. Anthony can't play because of his issues, his off-field
Yeah.
issues.
So you're probably
Can't play. So
guaranteed
this is probably your time for
a
you to like
testing.
step
Yeah.
up and come and play. Now you're not even playing. They've had to push Fernandes to the side to go
Out
and
of
support
position.
playing wings out of midfield to go and play. So he's all looking like he's doing it on purpose, staying late night up to play soccer, to play PlayStation while refusing to train, and that's just the hype of being very disrespectful.
United.
How much of an
Will be
ego do you
boiling.
have to do that?
Freggy will be boiling wherever he is right now. Like, who's this?
Who?
Who are these players? Freggy.
Oh, Feggy.
Freggy will be boiling like, who's this one? Like, who born you? Who you be?
Feggy
To
wouldn't
think-
have signed Sancho.
Yeah, bigger
Probably
than
wouldn't have signed Sancho.
bigger than United. Yeah, like.
Because the same thing happened in Dortmund, right? The same thing happened where the coaches are complaining about his efforts during training, So it's not new. We probably
That's
didn't do enough background check.
That's why I said
probably
right now,
got
it's not just about signing players for their skills. Right now, like you said, due diligence, like proper background check.
Yeah.
I think that's what Arsenal is doing right now in terms of attitude. How do you relate with your fellow players? Your attitude, your personal, what's the situation like in your personal life? All those kind of things. Like you need to really do those due diligence before you bring in one toxic person into the team.
And they always say it in United. They always say that we need someone with the United spirit. We don't just sign anybody. We get somebody with the United character.
United character.
And then you go and bring in
That
these
behavior.
dimwits that don't even regard the club.
Sancho is a blue boy now. He grew up in the other side of Manchester. So what do you expect him to do? It's one on the red side. Man. He went to buy somebody that grew up from the city academy. This is just me joking by the side. But I feel it's not really even any team that's going to be signing him now. We're looking at him with we're taking a second look at him. Like if anything goes wrong here, he's going to say he's not going to play. He's not going to train. It's not gonna because it was this person. Like I feel Sancho has not been properly advised. He's been ill advised from the very first tweet I made. I said this guy has not been properly advised. Like who does this? Who does he
even listen to advice? That's another thing to consider.
It's still
doesn't feel like he does.
And you're tweeting. You're coming to clear the air with your gaffer. See, Sancho is not going to play again for United.
Enough about Sancho. Let's move on.
For United. If Ten Hag integrates him back into the United team, I'll be very disappointed.
No, it's not even possible. Like, imagine giving him an out and telling him to apologize.
I'll be
and he's refusing not to apologize. He's definitely out of the team. January window is going out, loan or free or whatever.
It's going out.
Because it seems everybody's begging Sancho
United
to apologize, and he doesn't just pass the right message to the other players who are
we have his replacement already.
You feel like you can do anything and nothing's going to happen. You can always get away with it. Come on, nobody's big. It's Manchester United you're talking about.
Nobody is bigger than
United.
We let Ronaldo walk away because of this.
So definitely, there's no coming back for Sancho.
Yes.
Let's move on to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea's woes continues.
Obviously.
There's no light at the end of the tunnel for Tuchel, for Pochettino so far.
Talking about Chelsea, I have a lot to say about Chelsea
right now. Because during preseason, Chelsea was playing with a bit of like you could see something there. Like they were playing with a plan. But right now, I don't think there's a plan on how they even. I don't know. Like because you watch the game and it's like, and they bought a defensive striker. Jackson is not going to get you goals. Like Jackson is not going to get you goals that you need.
What the hell is that? Jackson
striker. Jackson has 5 yellow cards, bro.
That has to be the worst insult to a striker ever.
Jackson was going to ball.
He's going to be missing the next game. He has collected way too much yellow cards already.
Jackson is not the striker Chelsea needs. I think Chelsea would have gone for Vlahovic, the deal for Romelu Lukaku, with paying some money for Vlahovic. I think he would have been better off.
But I still don't understand why Pochettino was not open to having Lukaku as a striker.
Lukaku is. I think Lukaku would have done a better job.
Of course, now that's a given. Now that goes without saying. Like, no matter how bad the attitude of the pitch is, like, Lukaku would guarantee you goals. So the whole gamble with Jackson is just it's something a small market team would do, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe something a big market team like Chelsea should be doing. It's embarrassing to see.
We
know it's a project, but then again, I mean,
we all know some players can't play that top level football. Although they can play for top teams and perform, they can play for average teams. They will play well. But when it gets to bigger teams, they can't even perform. They can't even play. And I also think they are really missing Christopher Nkunku. But we all know he's an injury player. We all know it. Chelsea signing Nkunku is a good signing, but I will not say is the best. Is the nice one there, because Nkunku can guarantee you 30 games a season. Nkunku can guarantee you that.
And that's a Chelsea that will typically be playing UCL football.
Yes.
Playing FA Cup, probably going as far as semi-finals.
That's it. And coming to the midfield, what we saw from Enzo last season, we ain't seeing it this season. With the likes of Caicedo, we think it will be more balanced for him to play. I think the role they are playing him is not working for him. They are playing him as an attacking midfielder. I think they should play him deep. He should continue sending long balls from the back, distributing into the midfield, the attack. That would be better. Caicedo will do the DM for him, because we all know he's not good in marking. Caicedo will do the marking for him. And the Chelsea team again.
They rather play two CDMs.
Chelsea, they're playing Gallagher in a deeper role. You see, I don't know. Yes, they're playing Gallagher alongside Caicedo.
Yeah.
Why they're supposed to be playing Enzo alongside Caicedo? Gallagher will be the one up front. Gallagher has an eye for goal. The Gallagher I know of has an eye for goal more than Enzo. So that is it. And the team, the signings they made, most signings were poor signings. Chelsea going for who is Ugochukwu playing for Chelsea? Some things is just, who is Ugochukwu? The Palmer they bought, Chelsea bought Cole Palmer. I think that's waste of funds. Why is Chelsea going to get Palmer?
I think,
for what reason?
I think
they have Madueke.
I think they panicked. I think the whole Cole Palmer was a panic buy.
What has Palmer played for Chelsea to pay? Okay, they have Madueke, and Chelsea normally plays Sterling at that wing also.
Yeah.
So what's the need? No need.
No, it's for them to have squad depth now.
They
know they're going to be playing lots of games and injuries and all that. So squad depth is not entirely a bad idea. The problem is the quality of these players, right? They're all untested players. There's nothing amazing that requires Modric to have been bought for 115 million. What has Modric done prior to joining Chelsea? And so when you see him doing what he's doing now, it's probably something that he has always been doing. While it's not new, it's not very much of an effective player. You know,
Yeah. I think
I feel like Thiago Silva at this point will probably just be tired of, putting on that jersey every week because it's
Modric.
becoming embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's becoming
Coming
very
to
much
Modric.
embarrassing.
Modric had a poor season last year. I think Modric will improve this season. I think Modric will improve because if you watch his style of play, is to get there, but he's still making some little mistakes that he needs to work on. I think Modric will bounce this season. He will play more better this season. And the squad, the fans, they are saying they have backing of everybody. They are backing and what is it called, Pochettino. But I don't think Chelsea fans and all the club they do much waiting. Chelsea don't do that much waiting.
They have no choice. I mean, they cannot, in good faith, look at this squad and expect that the squad, would win them games. So it's not rocket science. Chelsea for sure, the fans and the management, they know and they understand that not much result to be expected from this squad. Yeah.
The fans don't have that much patience. We want results.
From this squad.
From this squad, yes, from the same squad.
They would need to probably get one pastor.
They just need to tune down expectations.
If you can look the line of features Chelsea have, you will see that they are going straight. They will go down.
They can't do any magic in the squad now. It's not even possible.
The features they have,
injuries or not,
playing Chelsea, playing City, Arsenal, United, Tottenham. What's it called? Top half teams.
Don't count United. I don't think we'll threaten Chelsea so much.
No, United. Current United with
I think
Chelsea.
It'll be a draw. No. Be a draw. You know why?
If we can't get a win at Chelsea, if United can't get a win at Chelsea, if United can't get a win from Chelsea, it's a big loss because everybody is going there to get that point.
So all of
Chelsea can't win anybody.
So far has not shown you that we have issues in United. I mean, the goal we scored against Burnley was ultimately a lucky one, if I should say that. Half the time, that type of shot, Bruno shoots it over the bar. Half the time. Right? We're grateful Bruno leveled that shot and he got in.
United have issues.
Amazing.
But,
but we, several times in the game, we were almost going to have lost that. Right? I mean, I have to give it up for Nana too. Nana made some amazing saves that he has not made since he came.
Oh, Nana, what's my name?
Those saves were saves that in previous games had ended up at the back of the net. And, he was able to move his fat ass and make those saves. We're happy, we're glad. But I still don't believe we have what it takes, to put up a good fight this season. If we go to Stamford Bridge and we don't show this deal, they might just have that comeback that they are looking for. We have a funny way of going against the record, right? So there's a record of everybody going to Chelsea and getting a point or getting a win. United will be that team to break that record in the negative sense. And we'll go to Stamford Bridge and we'll get a loss and give them their win. Because
and you revive them.
The whole world needs to be underrating Chelsea now, and we'll do the same thing. You see Tomini in that game, jogging the entire time. You would see, what's his name? Lindelof. Jumping when he shouldn't jump. I don't know why. I don't know. ETH might even feel so much joy in his heart that he's playing Chelsea, and he probably will put in Maguire, and Maguire would have another masterclass, and then that would be it.
Enough about Chelsea. Let's move on.
Let's see how it goes.
Talk about Liverpool. Liverpool, they're having a good season. 1 draw, 5 straight wins.
Yeah,
Not bad.
Liverpool they are getting back their mojo. That's all I can say. And
Yeah.
once
I think
right now,
they have that
Nunes is-
winning mentality back.
Yeah, Nunes is scoring. Salah is scoring. The midfield is taking, but I still want them to face a top 16. Let's see how that midfield holds. That's what I'm really looking out forward to see how when that midfield is tested, how will he? Yeah, Alisson. What's his name? The Argentine midfielder.
McAllister.
Yeah, McAllister is here. We know what he's going to do on a good day. He's going to ball.
Yeah, McAllister. Soboslai, the ball.
Yeah.
But anchor in that midfield. No anchor in that midfield.
There's no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when he's tested, will they have the legs and the grit to hold still when they come up against a really quality side who will test them?
I think their next Premier League game is against Tottenham, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm rooting for Tottenham to put out another masterclass like they did at Emirates over the weekend.
Yeah.
So away from the EPL, let's talk about.
We haven't talked about Newcastle.
What about Newcastle? That 8-0.
Yeah, they had a show.
Yes,
they had a masterclass.
Chris, let's not downplay the scoreline because I always feel if you have.
I want to.
Let's give credit to them. Let's give credit to them.
I think that's
let's give credit to Newcastle.
It's pretty much going to mislead the Newcastle fans to thinking that they are going to ball.
That's what I want. Yeah. That's what I want. That's what I want. Like I want them to feel they are ready. They've balled. They'll come second in the league this season. Have that hope. Yes, expectation. That's the mother of disappointment. Have it. But when it gets to the time. When it gets to that point where you are being tested, you just
drop. It really matters.
Yeah, so I'm very happy. I want them to jump on this. Like, yes, 8-0. They're one of the best. In fact, this season they are competing with Man City for the title. That's fine. It's very good.
I think they actually broke a record.
Yeah.
The first game with 8 different goal scorers.
Yeah. No, there was no brace, no hat trick. I really I commend Eddie Howe and what's been able to do at Newcastle, and the players are really they're really into whatever he's selling because they've been able to like transmit that energy on the field of play for Newcastle and then beating Sheffield. Like I said earlier, if you have an opportunity in a game to start pad. That's why I like Man City. They don't waste such chances. When they can start pad, they start pad. And Newcastle saw the chance and wow, thank you very much. They leveraged on it.
Yeah. So we can move away now. So
the Bundesliga. Bayern also had a great outing.
Wow.
7 goals with Harry Kane putting out his first hat-trick in the Bayern shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, it was amazing to see. But I mean, I guess it was great after the outing with in the UCL. It probably showed how difficult in quotes how difficult United sort of was to them. But then again, it's Bayern, so we expect them to put up great outings every single game. But they're not in the clear yet. Why they're favourites to win the league like every other season? They are really not in the clear yet, with Bayer Leverkusen having the balling of their life. They're having an amazing run. Our Nigerian brother, like Ubon would say, Boniface.
Boniface.
He's having
Boniface has
having a
carried
great time.
he has carried your Siemens templates in tweeting. He has carried out Siemens templates in tweeting. No problem.
Yeah.
And he goes for it. Because I mean, I think that's 8 goals. Is it or 7?
It should be 7. That should be 7.
7 goals in 5 games or so.
I think
it's an amazing start for him.
Normally this happens in Bundesliga. Teams, they put up a fight in the beginning of the season, but towards the last 10 games, they will all just drop. They will just lose their ego. How will I put it? They will lose that momentum they were having. We all saw Dortmund
So Chris,
last season what they did.
for Boniface, it's just 6 goals, 2 assists in 5 matches.
Okay, so 8 goals involvement.
Yeah,
Okay.
8 goals involvement.
Although we are happy for him because
Is our own.
for him to showcase his talent.
Yeah.
For the world to see.
I think if it continues this way, 2 seasons from now, he will go to a bigger club. He will leave the Bundesliga and move to a bigger club.
Yeah.
I think
You're saying
likely
2 seasons.
Italian
You're saying
league.
1 season.
I'm saying 2 seasons because you have to keep an eye for him. A season, you have to keep an eye for him another season. You know, some players they have this.
Chelsea did not keep an eye on Modric when they got Modric.
That's Chelsea.
How many seasons did he use that in the French league? Was it 1 season or 2 seasons?
Lille, no, it was more than 1 season. Lost Lille.
Okay.
Although the season that he has shined most was that Champions League season that he scored in the Champions League where they qualified for the Champions League. But a year but then he was still playing for Lille. He played.
Because I feel he would obviously be due for a big money move.
Yes.
Just like
Yes.
Osimhen. He would
Yes.
that big money move would come,
Yes.
and he just needs to take it when it comes. Because man's got he's got all the attributes of a modern striker. He's tall, he's got strength, he has got speed.
He has space, lot of space. He has skills. Man has bad skills.
It was amazing with Bodo Glit. It was amazing with Bodo. He had an amazing outing too in Union. So it's not like he has not been tested. It's not like he's fresh out the bat, and so he would need more time before people would snatch him. I feel like even in January there probably would be something, but the club is not looking to part ways with him. So next summer we should have lots of interest spanning across the top leagues.
Yeah.
But I don't think he would move still. I don't think he would move. I don't think it's entirely healthy for a young player to move so frequently, regardless of whether or not the big money chance comes.
Yes. I think my honest opinion would be he stays at least 2 seasons with Leverkusen.
Get in his strides really well, understand his game really well, before moving on.
Yeah. Let's move on to Borussia Dortmund. They still have that winning mentality.
I don't think there's much to come out of Dortmund.
One thing I love with teams, I love a team that even if I don't play well, at least I just scrap. I get that victory. The most important thing is that 3 points. The 3 points, very important.
Not Dortmund.
That's why I like Madrid.
Not Dortmund. They will get all the important win now. When you need them to get, please, I'm not ready to sink that Dortmund thing again. After last season, now let's just leave them.
Yeah.
Till we see them lift the Bundesliga. If not, I won't believe anything.
It looks like they had some of your tickets. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll go on with it. This weekend, I'll be dropping games. I don't know if you can try, but just I'll be
As the
dropping
amazing
games.
punter that you are, eh?
I'll be dropping games.
Please
Yeah, let's move on.
drop the games.
Yes, let's move on. We haven't talked about Inter Milan in the
So
league.
yeah, let's move on to the Italian champions, Napoli, and their struggles. I think we talked about them earlier.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
touched
talked
that
about them a
earlier.
little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also talked about AC Milan a little, but we didn't talk about Inter.
Okay, yeah,
You have
we
the floor.
didn't cover
You have the
Inter.
floor.
Yes, we
For,
didn't talk
for,
about Inter.
but take it for me. I'm gonna shoot this straight out. Inter are winning the league.
Yeah,
Like,
Lutaro is doing a nice job there. He's also the new captain. He's doing a great job, not a great job. If you watch Lutaro this season, he knows that his eyes are cool. He's always that striker that the right time, the right place is always there. And I thought they would struggle with them losing Onana, Lukaku, Brozovic, and co. But the players they brought in have settled quite well. The likes of Marcos Thuram, Jan Stoma, and Fasceretti they bought from Sassuolo. Those set of players have settled really quick and they are doing a nice job.
that's it. I agree. I said Inter they are waiting to be crowned. Like, because right now they're the only team that seems to be up there in terms of form and consistency in the league. It's still early days. It's still early days though. So
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that we can hold out and wrap it up. But from now, it looks all good for them. It looks all good for them. Like, even when they're just picking up the points when they need to pick up the points. If it's the 1-0, the 3-0, the 2-0, all they're doing is just get the 3 points. It's what they're looking at.
But I think AC Milan and Juventus also stands a chance. Like, I think they stand a chance.
Yeah.
They probably would need some more input, probably in January market.
Consistency. You saw?
Yeah.
Did you see Juventus?
Chance than AC.
I think Juve
This season,
been playing good football.
the likes of
Locatelli.
they have been playing a good football, especially their up front. They have been playing a good football. But one thing Juve also lacks, Juve lacks consistency. You see them play well today, get the job done today, and tomorrow they are playing what you don't know about. They are playing absolutely rubbish. So I think Inter has that more consistency than Juve. That's why I also agree with Ubom that I'm giving Inter the league this season. But it's still early days, although it's still early days. But watch how things turn out.
What's the issue with Roma, do you think? Like, it's been poor. It's been poor. I mean,
Yeah, Roma.
with the signing of Lukaku, I expected, they'll probably have more chances at goal.
Yeah.
They can put up a
Roma
very good
got in.
fight this season. But
Okay.
it's looking like I was just wishful thinking at this point.
Roma will be Roma this season. I don't think they would just be there to compete to qualify for Europe. I don't see them. Excuse me. I don't see them challenging for the Scudetto. I don't see them doing any of that.
Definitely.
They will just.
They
be
won't
there
make the top four at all.
I don't think Mourinho has just been squeezing a lot from players he has. Not like there are players that can really get into where he's actually doing a good job, like trying to squeeze out.
Mourinho is doing a good job.
You would see the gap in quality in the players.
Yeah. Normally, we know Mourinho is a big spender. He loves a club that will back him financially, of which we don't see that in AS Roma. Yes, he's managing. If you most players they got free transfer, some loans, some £10 million, £12 million. Mourinho don't do that. If you want Mourinho to give you something, you give him money. You give him money for him to make his signings, and they get the job done at the end. So I don't think that this Roma team have what it takes.
Oh well, we've almost blown through our timing. Let's touch on the Spanish league. Before we round up. Real Madrid had an amazing defeat. It's amazing because we expected so much from Real Madrid. It was supposed to be a very heated game. I mean, with the squad they have, with Bellingham's start to the season, it seemed like, it was going to be a good battle. But it looks to me like Ancelotti just fumbled a bit. I mean, the choice of benching Tchouaméni is one. It seemed like he kind of like underrated Atletico Madrid, and he went ahead and did something. He's always trying to change things and move things around, even when he doesn't have to. And then they lost 3-1. Making them 1 point behind Barcelona.
Barca. Yeah. Benching Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni is having a form of his life right now in the middle of the park. I think he should have went for Tchouaméni, Valverde, and Modric for the start. Then we all know Modric can't put in the shift for 90 minutes any longer. Then you bring in Kroos. Yes, that was what I would have wanted from him. But although he went ahead with Kroos, Modric, and Valverde, of which was not, they don't have that energy. This set of players, and Atletico, they have that energy. So this set of players, they are tired legs. It's only Valverde that have that energy that we know. Although the back was solid, Real Madrid back, they have good defenders. But I think at the end of the day, the home team played well, which is Atletico, and they had the backing of their fans, and the atmosphere was amazing. The fans was right behind them, and they did a nice job. We should also give credit to Atletico for the game, because it was not easy. At the end, they got the job done.
The funny thing for me in that game was the 3 goals Atletico scored all came from their left-hand side. Like the assist, it all came from their left-hand side. It was a cross, just cross and nod, cross and just tapping. So it was like that wing where you had Victor, what's his name? Ziva Valdez, or what you call him? The short guy, Madrid number 17, Valdez. It wasn't really covering him, and I think Tochi not starting the game also didn't give them enough security. He didn't give them enough security at all.
Yes.
But who do you guys think would go on to win the league?
It's the early days. We can't make, but we know it's between them.
Yes. It's actually between them.
But
what do you think Girona is doing though?
Even though I still have reservations about Madrid's goal. Even though, because it still wasn't clear, because it was saying it was offside or it was fouled by Rudiger. But I still feel on the day Madrid did not cover themselves in a lot of glory, because Atletico really bodied them in that game and executed their plan to perfection.
Yeah, you are talking about Girona.
Yeah, they seem to be upsetting the status quo as we know it to be I mean, 6 games played, 5 wins and 1
Really
draw.
think we've covered all of our discuss for today.
Okay, just quickly,
Chris.
Girona. I don't think Girona will put a much, but they can. We normally have some upsets in a season where teams
Yeah.
from the bottom do well. Yes, we have seen it in the EPL several times. I think that will be the case, but yeah, the consistency will not be there forever. For the whole season, the consistency will not be there. I think they'll fall behind. But I can give them a Europe finish. They'll qualify for Europe, either Europa or Conference.
Which of them? Which team is that?
Girona.
Yes, they'll qualify for Europe.
Well,
All
only
right.
time will tell. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Let's round up. It's been an amazing session. Let's round up with midweek games.
Yeah.
Predictions maybe.
United Palace. Intense one for United, but United will have the day. Then Arsenal, Brentford. Oof, that's tough. Seeing Arsenal, I think Arsenal they are going to rest most of their players because of the weekend game. The weekend game with City. So I think I'll give Arsenal, although I'll give Arsenal the win, but to be a tough one.
Okay, so Arsenal, Brentford, Arsenal to win.
Yes.
Chelsea, Brighton.
Chelsea will lose.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I'm going to also back it.
No,
with
it's fine.
something.
Let's keep it moving. Liverpool, Leicester.
All day, Liverpool, all day.
Leicester.
Yes, Leicester, Liverpool.
Okay.
Liverpool all day.
Newcastle, Man City.
50.
Okay.
City have depth in their squad. They can decide to play Alvarez and reserve Haaland, or they can decide to play Doku and reserve Foden, or they can decide to play Bernardo. They have depth in their squad. The midfield is mad. They have Nunes, they have Phillips, they have what is it called? The one they just bought also. They have Kovacic. They have players everywhere.
Ubong, Arsenal,
Yep.
Brentford.
Oh, that's not Brentford. It's looking like a draw, full-time draw. It's looking
Okay.
like a full-time draw, but my heart would always say Arsenal, but I say full-time draw.
Man United, Crystal Palace.
United to win.
Chelsea, Brighton.
Brighton. Deserbi is playing something, is cooking. So Brighton.
Liverpool, Manchester.
Liverpool all the way.
Newcastle, Man City.
Newcastle to win.
I also think so too.
You think?
so too. That's
Okay.
the only game I probably would go against.
I feel Newcastle should be able to shock them.
normal
this
status
league.
quo. I mean, coming off the 8-0 game, they would have that
Yeah.
momentum with them, and they would want to, play to that, and they might probably just
Now the
shock
fear is they should not go and play to that and City load them. It starts.
There's also that possibility.
Because when you think you have arrived and they bust the bubble, it might just happen to them.
I also think Chelsea might force Brighton to a draw.
Chelsea might just win that game, and
Yeah.
Brighton.
It just might, or force a draw. Because there's only so much losing a team can take. A team like Chelsea can take. So maybe he just turns it around.
The losing continues.
Chelsea Brentford. I think that would be a win for Arsenal. Arsenal Brentford rather. I think that'll be a win for Arsenal. Manchester United, Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace would have a field day, and we're probably going to try to maintain a clean sheet, and maybe a lone goal or a draw. So yeah, amazing 1 hour 30 minutes spent so far. Thank you guys
Thank
for
you.
a lovely episode.
Yeah.
Thank you to the listeners for listening. See you guys next week.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.